in a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss, there wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anawa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, Georg the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever, and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, Georg the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of Georg Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the island of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds,
better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler.
Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steel.
We'll see which prevails tonight.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on Georg, the Animal Steel, in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them. The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
Ooh.
Headlock. Oh, and a cheap shot right above the eye.
Headbutt to the back of the neck.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
Boom! What a headbutt. Placed him in the corner here. Wicked clothesline. Georg the Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost a match by count.
From the top.
What a missile drop kick. Woo! The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The Animal has no idea what to make of Maivia.
What a display of strength here.
Piercing the throat.
What now? Stop right to the gut.
Timed his defense perfectly. Well, the orthodox style of Georg Steel is certainly working well at this juncture.
Let's see if Maivia has an answer for the Animal. We've seen that Steel. Neither superstar giving an inch here. Ooh. Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up.
Slugging away with everything they've got.
Neither competitor is backing down. You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe. Oh! Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up.
This might be the end here.
Raises the shoulder before the one count.
Keeping a loss at bay for now.
Oh! When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
Counters! What a counter by Peter Maivia. Ooh! Georg the Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the Animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
Clubbing blows. Just never had a chance to block any of those.
From the top Steel turning Maivia into the hunted here, looking to dethrone the High Chief.
Their opponent that gets countered with a Maivia with a plan in mind. something. And George is laid out.
Here we go. Heads up the cage.
From the heavens, big body splash from the top.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, not to the belly.
Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anoa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
Uppercut! Man, momentum is all with Maivia now.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Big impact. They're going to use the cage as a weapon. Hung up on the top rope, and then bounced off the cage.
Oh, my goodness.
What a smash.
That was just insulting.
Peter Maivia, very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal.
Took him out at the knee.
This is not looking good for him.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief. Wait a minute, setting in. Devastating submission coming. The stump puller.
This is grueling. Couldn't take it anymore. Has to tap.
And the High Chief defeats the animal.
So, da haben wir jetzt zumindest alles auch erledigt. Das machen wir auch.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight